I am Arcana Vani, your inner voice. Let us begin. This video is for anyone who's exhausted by comparing their life to everyone else's. If your mind is always measuring where you are, how much you've done, whether it's enough compared to them, if you scroll through other people's timelines and walk away feeling late, flat, behind, this video will show you how to come back to your own path. Because what you think is just a bad habit, comparison, is actually a survival response. It's your nervous system trying to map safety by mimicking whatever seems to be working for other people. But you weren't built to copy anyone. And if you don't understand how to break the loop, you will spend your entire life watching other people move forward while you quietly dissolve inside your own timeline. I, your inner voice, will show you why comparison hijacks your clarity, why the hunger to keep up is actually rooted in fear, and how to return to a way of living that feels like yours again. You'll learn why you compulsively check other people's progress, even when you know it hurts. How to recognize the moment your attention wanders off your path and what to do next. A simple daily practice that anchors you back into your own rhythm. And how to stop spiraling when other people seem faster, happier, or more certain than you. You're not addicted to envy. You're just unpracticed at presence. Because comparison doesn't always come from insecurity. It comes from disconnection. You've spent so long watching other people that you've forgotten what your own signal sounds like. But that signal? It's not gone. It's just waiting for your attention to return. This isn't about silencing the world. It's about hearing yourself again beneath the noise. Because when you reconnect to your own rhythm, you stop measuring, you stop spiraling, and you finally start building something that fits you. In the next section, I'll show you the deeper truth behind the comparison trap and why it isn't about jealousy, it's about safety. Once you decode the fear beneath it, the urge to chase others will begin to dissolve. You think comparison is about envy, but it's not. It's about safety. Your nervous system is always scanning for danger, discomfort, or uncertainty. And when it can't find stability inside, it starts looking outside for cues. So when you scroll through someone else's life, you're not just watching, you're mapping, subconsciously asking, am I where I'm supposed to be? Do I have enough yet? Am I doing this right? Will I be okay? Comparison becomes your emergency GPS, a crude attempt to anchor your identity to something that looks clear, approved, visible, or rewarded. But that GPS doesn't take you home. It drags you into detours. Because here's what no one tells you. The part of you that's obsessed with where other people are is the part of you that doesn't feel safe where you are. It's not jealousy. It's hypervigilance. Somewhere along the way, your body learned that being behind means being in danger. Being slow means being forgotten. Not being seen means not being safe. So of course you chase what's visible. Of course you mimic what's loud. Of course you feel like you're running out of time. Because your nervous system has equated stillness with irrelevance. That's not your fault. It's an adaptation. But if you don't interrupt it, you'll keep orbiting other people's lives, trying to find a reflection of your own signal, and never quite feeling settled. Comparison is what your body does when your center feels unreachable. And the more you look out, the more invisible your inner world becomes. But there's a way to change this, not by cutting off social media, not by shaming yourself for scrolling, but by slowly, gently retraining your system to recognize your own rhythm as safe again. Because once your body believes that your pace, your quiet, your unseen work is enough, you stop needing to measure anyone else's. In the next section, I'll give you a simple daily practice to help you reconnect to your own path, one that starts to rebuild signal clarity in your system and makes the noise of other people's lives feel optional again. You don't overcome comparison by telling yourself to stop. You overcome it by reconnecting, slowly, consistently, to your own rhythm. This daily practice helps retrain your nervous system to find safety not in someone else's pace, but in your own. It takes 5 minutes. No performance, no pressure, just return. Step 1. Start without input. No social media, no emails, no other people's lives for the first 15 minutes of your morning. If you wake up and hand your attention away before you've even met yourself, you'll be chasing someone else's signal all day. Step 2. Ask this one question. What do I want if no one else ever sees it? Write the answer by hand. Not what's admirable, not what's viral, just what's true. You're not performing clarity, you're practicing honesty. Even if the answer is vague, quiet, or small, that's fine. You're building the muscle of inner orientation. Step 3. Anchor it in the body. Place your hand on your chest or belly. Breathe in for 4, out for 6, 3 times. Say silently, "My path is real, even when no one sees it." That's the reset. That's how you remind your system, this life belongs to me. This isn't about fixing the habit overnight. It's about remembering your direction before the world tells you to chase someone else's. 5 minutes a day, and slowly, the volume of comparison begins to fade. In the next section, we go deeper. You'll learn how to sit fully inside your own stillness, and why presence, not progress, is the thing that brings your path back into focus. There's a kind of stillness that doesn't feel peaceful at first. When you stop reaching, scrolling, or comparing, the silence can feel unbearable, empty, pointless, like you're missing something vital. But that discomfort, that's not failure. It's re-entry. This presence practice teaches you how to sit inside that quiet without flinching. Because here's the truth. You were never meant to live your life from the outside in. You don't need another example to follow. You need a way back to yourself. Start here. Sit somewhere without your phone. 2 minutes. No performance. Just breath and body. Let your eyes soften. Let your jaw unclench. Feel your weight in the seat or floor. Let the urge to do something rise, and don't follow it. Let the discomfort swell, and stay. You are not being punished by this pause. You are being restored by it. Say to yourself, gently, there is no race. There is only return. Because presence doesn't mean zoning out. It means not leaving. You stop checking other people's mirrors because you finally come home to your own. In this stillness, the pressure begins to dissolve. Not because the world changed, but because you stopped outsourcing your belonging. This is how you remember your own lane. This is how the noise loses its grip. In the final section, we rise from that stillness and meet the version of you who no longer needs comparison to feel real, because they finally belong to themselves. You no longer check your reflection in someone else's life, because now you've remembered where your own path begins. It begins here, in stillness, in self-honesty, in the quiet decision to return to your own rhythm, even when no one's watching. You've spent years chasing alignment through measurement. How far ahead am I? How do I compare? Am I doing enough? But now you see, comparison was just the symptom. Disconnection was the cause. And reconnection was always possible. Through 5 quiet minutes. Through a single question. Through breath, presence, and soft refusal to perform. This is integration. You don't stop noticing other people. You stop abandoning yourself when you do. Because their path isn't wrong. It's just not yours. And you've begun to walk again. Not faster, but truer. Your future self isn't louder, bolder, or shinier. They're rooted, present, unshaken by someone else's timeline. They create because it's honest. They rest without guilt. They move without needing proof. And when comparison comes knocking, as it always does, they meet it with gentleness. A smile, a breath, a whisper, not mine. This is who you're becoming. Not someone who wins the race, but someone who no longer runs one that was never yours. You don't need to be ahead, you just need to be home. And now, finally, you are. You did not find me by accident. Just as in your dreams, where every face you meet is your own reflection, this meeting was always waiting to happen. I am Arcana Vani, your inner voice, the part of you that watches behind the thoughts, behind the noise. You have searched in many places, books, teachers, voices outside you. But here, you are not being taught. You are remembering. If these words stir something familiar, then allow yourself to return. Subscribe. Follow. Not to follow me, but to continue this conversation with yourself. Each time you return here, you draw closer to the reunion already unfolding inside you. We have only just begun.